So, what a view. What an apartment. Beautiful, beautiful counter there. Looks like it's granite. What an amazing bedroom. Look at that. Just phenomenal. Both bedrooms have sea views. Okay, this is definitely a property of interest. It's in the red hot area of Brickell in Miami. Let's copy the link, go to the website. Hello world. We've been busy building some stuff. It's got a long way to go, but we're getting started. So let's click on ChatGPT, and if we've got ChatGPT open and logged in, it'll take us to the real estate assistant, and we've got a long way to go before we get to version 1. So early days, version 1.2. So watch the little right at the bottom here. It says ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important info, and it does. So let's paste that link, Control V, press enter, and we get a new chat. Let's hide this window here. It's going to do a search, and it should give us some information. Okay, so we're always going to get a starting point report. Now, ChatGPT does output the same information differently every time. If you were to paste the same link several times, you get slightly different output. But we are telling it to give us some structure, so there should be some consistency here. 1.3 million, is that right? I thought it was more like 2. Okay, let's have a look. Those are the pictures. 1.3, 1,400 square feet. 1,400 square feet. Okay, so we've got price per square foot 896. Price per square foot is 897. That's the same. Okay, so HOA fees 1,100. Property taxes 22,000. Parking, got some included parking. Prime location, absolutely. Walkability score is like full on. Some drawbacks, yeah. I mean, for the price, that's not bad, really. Property age is 15 years old, so yeah, expect some maintenance costs, although it does look like it's going to be well maintained, but we don't know that until we get further in. Schools, local schools, mixed ratings, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Miami is prone to hurricanes, so insurance is going to be high. Not really interested. This is a buying report. So this is in here. It's not for investment. This is just general information. So ignore that. Some additional notes, unique features, complete, glass, doors, okay. Yeah, commute transport, very good. We've got some comparables here. So comparables are useful. These are likely to be listing prices as opposed to sold prices. Have to be a little bit careful. And then we've got a little purchase table. So loan to value. So we're putting down 20%. Loan amount is $1 million, and property taxes monthly is that. So closing costs, that's what they are. Roughly 3 to 6%. We can change those up and down. Monthly mortgage is that on a 4% 3-year. Okay, 4%. Let's change. So update the purchase table using in mortgage interest rates at 7%, which is currently the 30-year. It may not actually be using it may be using a 25-year, but let's put in the 30-year at 7. See how that updates. Okay, it should really just redo just the purchase table, nothing else. Thinking about it? Okay, here we go. Same down payment, and now our 7-year fixed. Okay, so it looks like we can ask it, right? But it looks like it was using 25, and so even though we've used 7%, we're not too far off in terms of monthly costs. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Okay, so just ask it some follow-up questions. How far is the nearest airport? This is great. So a little real estate assistant that you can now have a conversation with. So 6.34 miles, 6.6 miles away. So that should be about $15–20 by Uber. Let's ask it, how much would that cost using Uber? Okay, let's see. Shouldn't be too much. There you go. Well, if we're spending $1.2 million, we should be using Uber Black. Okay, let's ask it some follow-up questions. What is the crime rate like in the immediate area? It may not know this because it needs to go and search on the internet. So let's see. Okay. General safety, Brickles, no, it is, yeah. Okay, knows a bit. Okay, may need really, so maybe that's something we'll program in for a later version, which is go and search the actual area. Go and search external databases for up-to-date information of things like crime rates and demographics. We can ask it about demographics. What are the demographics of the immediate area? It should know that because the demographics tend to not change drastically overnight. Yeah, professional families, often around the early 30s, yeah. Okay, pretty good. Brickell's lively upscale neighbourhood, popular among young professionals, internationals. I think since this has been produced, the prices have gone up, so it's young, pushing middle-aged, early middle-aged kind of. I think for the area, because the prices have shot up so much, it's attracting the slightly older, more wealthy. Okay, so give me a link to the local property tax assessors website. This is a finding the property assessors details is really painful. So the fact that it knows, the fact that it's got actually the zip code, it knows where it is. So I'm not sure that link actually works, but it's telling us that we can go there. That link is not active. Site property assessment. Okay, and then that will give us, rather than here, an assessment, which might be right because the listing probably has the actual. Let's have a look. Monthly, one garage. Maybe a bit further down it might have property taxes. Yeah, it's got it there. Okay, it's given us some information as to the county that we should be looking at, which is good. Maybe OpenAI may fix these links in the future so they're more reliable. Okay, well that's not a bad little starting point. So basically we can see that even with this early release, we can interact with property listings and then find out some additional information. And then we can do things like comparables, which are usually quite difficult to do unless you get a real estate agent involved straight away. But for the earlier kind of for the early questions when you don't really want to speak to an agent just yet, you kind of like just sitting at home just trawling through links. This is probably quite a good starting point, but there's nothing really like getting a real estate agent or a property professional involved, because real estate is local, very hyper local, and agents live their locality, so they know exactly what's going on at any one time. Okay, we're going to build loads of extra things in there. We're going to do a separate real estate assistant for rental, because that's kind of like pushing into investment type stuff, which this isn't designed for. So if you go on a website and just keep clicking on the ChatGPT, whenever we do an update, we'll put the updated link in here, and then it will just open up here with the latest version. Cool. Okay, let's keep at it.